All right, Scott Barber, the number 9, going to have a nice and slow pace through turns 3 and 4. Waiting for the green flag to get in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Thomas West right there behind the 9 of Scott Barber. Here comes 7A of Will Arnold right behind him. Problems there for the 2 of Garrick Franks. Smoke pouring out of that white and red machine there. We do stay clean and green through lap number 1. The 7A of Will Arnold trying to find a way around the black and white. Number 9 of Scott Barber. And around goes the 2 of Garrick Franks. Leader's going to start him in turns 3 and 4. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are back underway. Thomas West, the number 10, all over the steering wheel with the elbows up down the front stretch. Goes down into turns 1 and 2. Nice and smooth. Scrubs off speed on the exit. Arnold looking to the inside of Scott Barber once again. Gets back on the gas. Barber pushes up side by side down the front stretch. Arnold has the advantage into the corner right there around the bottom of the tires. Is going to be Will Arnold and Scott Barber to the 9 of the outside. Arnold with the advantage down the backstretch, and your new race lead, the 7A of Will Arnold. Second place battle right here, the 10 of Thomas West reeling in the 9 of Scott Barber, but West has a lot of smoke coming from underneath that black, pink, and blue machine right there. Will that car hold on? Right there's your pass down the backstretch, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas West makes a move and blocks that exit for the 9 of Scott Barber. Two laps to go for your race leader, the 7A of Will Arnold. It took him a little time to get the corner entries down, but once he did, he set and forget it, put cruise control on, and never looked back. And now on a turn 4, taking the white flag. One more lap and 4 more turns for Will Arnold. Here's your leader in 3. Working his way out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen. Put it together for the 7A of Mr. Will Arnold. Paul Wright holding on. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The green flag is in the air and the throttle is down. It's showtime. Drag race down into 1 and 2. Ron Brown leading them there. Pushing up is the 17, of Paul Wright. 3 wide. Here comes Daryl Rhodes along with the 83 of Randy Corndog Lovell. Lovell working the bottom of the racing surface. Up there in the middle groove is the 3D of Rhodes. Battle here for the second place spot. Side by side, Rhodes and Lovell. Ron Brown in the yellow banana holding off. 2 very fast cars right behind him. Mistake by Brown. Side by side, here we go. That's going to be a check up there from the 3D of Rhodes. He changes his line, jerks the car around, and blocks the 83 of Lovell. Lovell working the higher line of the racing surface. Both drivers slow down. Track right now is still a little bit greasy, but these drivers is going to be coming down to throttle control, and that's going to be an issue right there for the 58 of Ron Brown as he pushes out way high on the exit of turn 4, opening the door for Randy Lovell. Lovell pointing that car right there to the exit, side by side, friends. Racing right there against each other. And working his way around is the 83 of Randy Lovell. Lovell holding on with 2 laps to go. And now, speaking of holding on, the 58 of Ron Brown. Jimmy Bird slowly but surely reeling him in, as the 58 of Brown has slowly but surely been making a little bit of mistakes on the exit of the corners, scrubbing off a lot of speed as that back end is walking wide out from underneath him. White flag waving for your race leader, the 83 of Randy Corndog Lovell. Lovell on his way out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen. Heat race number 2, 83 Randy Corndog Lovell is right. We're stacked up tight. Lights are out. Green flag this time by out of turn number 4. Will Arnold with the pace. Ouchie, the flagman Tanner does not say go, but the racers do. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Restart. Will Arnold setting the pace. First one was a bad start. Let's see if this one will be any better. And yes, it is. Drag race to 1 and 2. Randy Lovell leads him down there with Will Arnold around the bottom. Here comes Jimmy Bird, Ron Brown, Darrell Rhodes up to the higher side of the racing surface. Brown with a mistake, and that's going to put him side by side with Rhodes, but there's Rhodes checking up behind the number 9 of Barber. Rhodes looking to the bottom of the racing surface, having to pinch it. Ron Brown on the back bumper of the 9 of Scott Barber. Barber holding up traffic. Brown having to try to find a way around. That yellow banana now has the 16 of Thomas Pepper on his right. Pepper slings it in way sideways. That's going to check up the back of the field. Garrett Franks, 17 of Paul Wright gets into the 16 of Thomas Pepper. Ready to go is Arnold. Here we go. Green is in the air. It's showtime. 15 and 7, right side by side through turns 1 and 2. Arnold with a slight advantage, but then loses it on the exit. Here comes the 3D of Darrell Rhodes behind the 15 of Jimmy Bird. Arnold squeaks it sideways, and now Arnold and Rhodes are side by side. 3D to the bottom, 7A to the middle. Bottom is going to go to Darrell Rhodes. Rhodes working up around the inside of the 15 of Jimmy Bird. Bird now has to move up a line on the racing surface, and that may pay off for him right here as the momentum is going to carry him just a little bit further to cut down the lead on that second place spot. Now Bird with another opportunity, and he's going to squander it as now 3D Darrell Rhodes has the second place spot all to himself with no pressure. The 7A of Will Arnold now looking for a lane around the 15 of Jimmy Bird. Arnold has that opportunity side by side down the backstretch. Jimmy Bird does have the advantage going into the corner. Holding on to this one, can Jimmy Bird get the run off the top? No, he cannot. 7A pulls up beside him. Door to door going into turns 1 and 2. Arnold now with the advantage. In turns 1 and 2, Bird doesn't have the drive off the corner. Third place spot going to the 7A of Will Arnold. Down on the front stretch, the 3D of Darrell Rhodes trying to play catch-up to your race leader, the 83 of Randy Corndog Lovell. 83 works his way around the lap car. That's going to be Dwayne McCullough in the number 4. Randy Corndog Lovell has many a lap led here at GTRP, and tonight is just another night for him. He's got it on cruise control. He knows his marks and what it's going to take. That factory 41 83 slinging it around the top. Untouchable right now. But as we know in this wonderful sport of dirt track racing, anything can change in the blink of an eye. In turns 3 and 4, now we go. Lap car, number 10, Thomas West. Gonna have to deal with the race leader, the 83 of Lovell. Speaking with Howard Willis last month in the pits before a race, Howard said that slow cars decide who wins a race. And that may be an instance here tonight. Thomas West to the higher line of Randy Lovell. West has smoke pouring out of that pink and black number 10. Out of turn 4 we go. 17 works his way around the 4 of Dwayne McCullough. And the 83 of Randy Lovell. Something goes wrong. And now the 3D of Daryl Rhodes inherits the race lead. Daryl Rhodes right there, working now to try to get around the number 10 of Thomas West after inheriting the race lead. Lovell out front was untouchable, and something went wrong. No puff of smoke. So we shall see what happened to that afterwards. And the 3D Daryl Rhodes working around another lap car. It's the 9 of Scott Barber, who he has now next in his crosshairs. Four. 14 laps down of 20. 4 and 9, holding up the leader right now. He's going to have to try to pick a lane and work his way through. They're going to split it and give him the line and the room to work. And McCullough stays out of the way for him, and now there goes the 3D of Daryl Rhodes once again, working the higher line of the racing surface, trying to get up there towards that cushion to get the drive and the momentum off of the corner. Laps to go for your race leader, Daryl Rhodes, in that 3D out of Dayzetta, Texas. White flag waving on the 3D of Daryl Rhodes. Finding success, keeping it nice and smooth around the bottom now. Through turns 1 and 2. Keeping it right there under control. Good drive off the corner in 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen. Working his way out of turn 4, the 3D of Mr. Daryl Rhodes. Picking up your street stock A-main win. Here we go. The 18 of John Weibel leads him down into turns 1 and 2, but here's the 46 and the 23, Howard, the legend Willis, with a very risky run on the exit of turn 2, almost gets into the wall. We do stay clean and green through lap number 1. A little bit further back in the field here, the 46 of Randy Bridges, trying to get a little bit of a consistent groove here going with the 21S of Rookie Smith, working around that quarter panel, trying to get around the back bumper of him there. Smith taking a higher entrance into the corner, trying to diamond it off on the exit. But right now, it is all John Weibel out front in the 18. The man, myth, and the legend, Howard Willis in the 23 on the chase. But right now, a rocket sled on rails. That Mid-County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram 18. Howard Willis now running the same line as Weibel through turns 1 and 2. Weibel has the setup dialed in right now. 2 laps to go. All Weibel out front. Last opportunity here with this white flag lap. Can Howard Willis reel him in enough and get the job done and take the heat race win from him? Smooth right there in 1 and 2 is Weibel once again in the 18. looking down to the turns 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, on his way out, put it on together for the 18 of Mr. John Weibel. Here we go. Out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen, we are green flag racing. Quick jump to the front. The 22 of Tracy Denby Sr. working around the high side of the 23S of Ronnie Smith. And now the 1X of Jeff Murphy is going to try to find his line around the 23S, and a mistake by Denby Sr. scrubbing off a lot of speed on the exit of turn number 2. Side by side we go down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Mistakes made again by Smith in the 23S. Here comes the 1X of Jeff Murphy. To the inside of Tracy Denby Sr. down the front stretch. Not enough for him there on the momentum out of turn 4. Going to try to change the ball game up a little bit. 22 carrying the left front tire in turns 1 and 2. Just a touch. And driving a little hard is going to be the 1X of Jeff Murphy. And Jeff Murphy and Paul Baker in the number 12 getting into it there. Caution flag comes out. This time out of turn 4. 22, Tracy Denby Sr. leading him out of turn 4. Restart is underway. Hung in the back for a while was the 17H of Dustin Hawkins. This restart after that caution clears the field, and it's going to open the door for him for a little bit if he can get into the gas and on the wheel. But out front, working his elbows, the 22 of Tracy Denby Sr. Ronnie Smith. Car looks to be a little tight all the way through the corner, not rotating. White flag for the 22 of Tracy Denby Sr. Down the backstretch we go into turns 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen. Senior out here showing them how it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, the 22 of Tracy Denby Sr. Side. Nice and together we are. Breezy goes a little high on that start, but we do stay together. Just trying to stay clean and green here through turns 1 and 2. 73 of Jacob Horch all over the back of Ledge Jr. and the 71 of Denby Jr. gets into the 69 of Chase Breezy. Rookie Limited Modifieds to staging. Rookie Limited Modifieds to staging. Rookie Limiteds to staging. Out front, never looking back. 69 of Chase Breezy, but here battle for the 3rd place spot out of turn number 2. Side by side is the 71S and the 73. Horch and Denby Jr. So Denby Jr. is driving the 71S, which is owned by your race leader, Chase Breezy. So 71 is still being fielded by the owner, who is actually leading the race. Kind of funny right there. But Breezy is driving tonight for Ryan Riley. We'll see Riley a little bit later in the Rookie Limited Modified class. Working his way up to put himself in an opportunity to take away that race lead is the 14A of David Ledge Sr. 2 laps to go. Can Chase Breezy and the 69 hold on to this one here? David Ledge in the 14D following the same line as Breezy through turns 3 and 4 as the white flag waves for the 69 of Chase Breezy. Mistake there by Ledge on the exit of turn 2. That's going to open the door. Smooth sailing. Nothing to worry about on the exit of turn 4 is going to be the 69 of Mr. Chase Breezy. Mr. John Weibel, Tracy Denby Sr. to the outside. 69 of Chase Breezy to his right. The man, myth, and the legend, the 23 of Howard Willis. We're stacked up tight, rolling nice and slow with Barry White on the radio. The green is in the air. It is showtime. Your leaders lead them double file all the way down to the turns 1 and 2. Here comes the 17-8 of Dustin Hawkins. Nice and fast, making a good move through the gap, splitting them 3 wide. Chase Breezy down to the bottom. Howard Willis up top and around. Touch and go, tangling up. It's Chase Breezy and the 17H of Dustin Hawkins. Hawkins gets back control of that machine, and we do stay clean and green. Everyone, no harm, no foul. Now Hawkins shuffles back a little bit further in the pack. Back up front we go, out of turns 3 and 4. Your race leader, the 22 of Tracy Denby Sr. And on the chase, John Weibel, Chase Breezy, Ronnie Smith, and Howard Willis round out your top 5. 69 of Chase Breezy has gained a little bit of distance on John Weibel. Weibel with a mistake. Here comes Breezy on the exit of turn 2. Breezy to the bottom, Weibel to the high side. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. This one's going to be a great battle for the second place spot right here. That Mid-County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram 18 up top. 69. Chase Breezy down low, driving tonight for Ryan Riley. Breezy moves the line up around to tuck in behind the 18 of Weibel. Further back in the field we go. The 71 of Tracy Denby Jr. down the backstretch, along with the 11A of Michael Alfred. Alfred almost, and there we go, sideways, holding on, though, doesn't touch anyone. Michael Alfred in the 11 gets it back under power. The green flag stays out, and the dreaded yellow stays in the back pocket of Ouchie Tanner. Leaders approaching Alfred right now. The 22, Tracy Denby Sr. holding nice and slow. Down the backstretch, Tracy Denby Jr. Touch and go right now, side by side out of turn 4. Ladies and gentlemen, good battle right here in turns 1 and 2. Tracy Denby Jr. down in the 71 with 17 of Hawkins. Side by side with him is going to be, pardon me here just a second, the 73D of Jacob Horch in that mix as well. Back up front we do go right here. We've got them tangling around in turns 1 and 2. Caution flag comes out. Everyone on the brakes to dodge them. Nice and slow. Tracy Denby Jr. sets the pace and sets them loose. Leader restart out of turn 4. And Tracy Denby Sr. Leader starts it. Here we go. 69 and 23 side by side. It's going to be Willis and Breezy. Willis with a great run out of turn 2. Willis to the bottom in turns 3 and 4. The 23 and 18 side by side for just a moment. This one's going to shape up to be a good finish here. Bump hit by the 23 of Willis. Mistake made by the 18 of Weibel. Side by side down the backstretch. Willis once again dives to the bottom around the tires. Mistake made by Breezy. And now on the elbows, up in the air, working that wheel. The 18 and 23, Weibel and Willis. And out of turn number 2, Howard Willis with the spot, and the 18 of Weibel pulls to the infield. That's going to put Chase Breezy and Tracy Denby Jr. in your second and third place spots. Battle here in the blue and yellow 23S. Mr. Ronnie Smith with his hands full. Jeff Murphy trying to work his way up along with the 21S of Rookie Smith. Murphy right there around the bottom, as is Smith. Here comes the 17 of Dustin Hawkins once again from working his way up from the caution from the tail of the field. Guaranteed 500 win here tonight. 20 laps is the distance. Denby Jr. and Chase Breezy dancing around in turns 1 and 2. And Chase finally gets that car back under control. And Breezy gets out of the gas to not run him over. Breezy, excuse me, my mistake. Denby Jr. is in Breezy's car. Breezy is in the 69. And now Breezy gets to the inside of Denby Jr. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Denby Jr. goes up high. Howard Willis out front. And here once again is going to be Chase Breezy. Bumps starting to come into play here at Golden Triangle Raceway Park, as we had a lot of rain over the last 7 days. And that racing surface is nice and soaked underneath, allowing those ruts to form here out of turn 4, coming down the front stretch. The 23 of the man, the myth, and the legend, Mr. Howard Willis, looking at 2 laps to go. The 23S of Ronnie Smith and the 69 of Mr. Chase Breezy battling here for the third place spot down the backstretch, side by side. Blue and white, black and orange. Howard Willis takes the white flag, but the battle for the third place spot is heating up door to door. Sheet metal flying on the 69 of Breezy. Working the higher line of the racing surface is Breezy. Smith stays around the bottom. Out of turn 4, holding on. Here comes the 23 of Howard Willis taking the feature win. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Rookie Limited Modified action. Your MK Construction Rookie Limited Modified Heat Race number 1 is going to be a great battle for the lead right up front already. Greg Miller in the 10T and the 8M of Colby Miller put on a great show up front in the first lap. Colby Miller found his strides, and now he lost that stride that he just had as Miller works his way around in the 10T. Opening the door there for the 69 of Ryan Riley. Mike Kroom in the 4C trying to find his way around the 8M of Colby Miller. Diamond in the corner is going to be Kroom, and not going to be there for him on the exit of turn number 4. Battle for the third place spot. Right there, here comes Kroom once again to the back of the 8M of Colby Miller. Cross flags halfway home up front, your race leader. The 10T of Greg Miller. Calm, cool, and collected. Grabbing a little bit of that backstretch wall was the 4C of Mike Kroom. Two laps to go right now for your race leader up front. Greg Miller in the 10T. This is heat 1 of 2 for your MK Construction Rookie Limited Modifieds. White flag waving, Greg Miller. Your leader out of turn number 4 put it together for the 10T of Mr. Greg Miller.
We
we go. Got word that the other cars in this heat race are unable to start. They are a do not start for this heat race, so it is only going to be the 83 of Savannah Lovell and the 22B of Brittany Owens. Great opportunity right now for Lovell and Owens to get a good look at the racing surface, as this is almost for them another set of hot laps. The way things shook out right now with the rest of the cars in their heat being broke, unable to start. Cross flags halfway home. Your race leader, the 83 of Savannah Lovell. Lovell had a really good run in the Rookie Limited Modifieds a few short weeks ago. Looking to try to build on that success here tonight. Two laps to go. For your race leader, the 83 of Savannah Lovell stays off the back of the 22B of Brittany Owens. Wide flag lap for Savannah. Ain't got time for that Lovell. Very smooth here in her heat race through turns 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the 83 of Miss Savannah Lovell. Colby Miller now going to have his hands full with the 69 of Ryan Riley. Riley right around the tires on the gas, side by side spot goes to Riley. '69 working his way back up towards the front. On the gas, heavy car not working for him. And here comes Colby Miller in the 8M and the 75B of Marcus Black. Problems for the 69 on the exit of turn 2 once again for Ryan Riley. Marcus Black looking to the inside of Miller in turns 1 and 2. Both hit the same bump, upsets the car, and the drive out of the corner is going to be the 75B of Marcus Black. Moving into your 4th place spot. 69 of Ryan Riley KOs the tractor tire, but keeps the car under control. Tire settles back down to the infield, does not come out. 75B Marcus Black works his way around, but you know what? Out front, though, your race leader, the 10M of Greg Miller. Cross flags halfway home. And Miller is staying right around the bottom of the tires. Throttle control is working for him. Working the bottom of the tires as well as the 75B of Marcus Black through turns 3 and 4. Your race leader staying very smooth. Down the backstretch he goes, ladies and gentlemen. 9 laps down of the scheduled 15. The 83 of Savannah Lovell has her hands full with the 75B of Marcus Black. Black looks to the inside of Lovell. Lovell works the higher line of the racing surface. Getting the extra run and momentum is going to be 75B gets enough of a run there. Doesn't give away that line to Lovell. 75B makes a mistake. Scrubs off a lot of speed there on the exit of turn 4. Staying around the bottom, Marcus Black. Up top, Savannah Lovell, and the run is going to go to the 75B of Marcus Black. Great battle here for your second place spot. Lovell and Black putting on a great show here. Neither driver straying from their line. Black has found success on the bottom, and he is sticking with it. 2 laps to go for your race leader. Mistake by Savannah Lovell there entering turns 3 and 4. Loses a little distance on the 75B. In turns 3 and 4, your race leader, the 10T of Greg Miller with lap car in front of him, taking the white flag. That's going to be Mike Kroom in the 4C right in front of him, holding on. Just going to try to keep it in one piece. Sit her down right there. Keep it slow through 3 and 4. Checkered flag waving for the 10T of Mr. Greg Miller. Waiting for the green flag, and now here we go. It's showtime. Ellender and Roebuck touch and go through turns 1 and 2. Roebuck pushes up towards the marbles. Here comes Paul Vanderpool and Randy Lovell. Lovell to the bottom, as is Vanderpool. Vanderpool as well, a little tight. Looking tight is the 50 of Josh Ellender. This is Ellender's first time at GTRP, and the number 9 machine of Roebuck gives Paul Vanderpool the old chrome horn going down the front stretch. Caution flag coming out in turns 1 and 2. And on a turn 4, back underway we go. Roebuck diving it down to the bottom side by side. Roebuck, Ellender with Randy Lovell trying to get into the mix. 3-way battle for the lead here in your Brian Mack Farmers Agency heat race of the factory stocks. Heat race 1 of 2. Side by side, right up front, Roebuck and Ellender once again, and a mistake by Ellender taps the wall, and now it is up to Lovell and Roebuck. Roebuck in the 9L finding success around the bottom of the tires. Randy Lovell on the chase and gaining ground, running on the higher groove of the racing surface in turns 3 and 4. Randy Lovell within striking distance, sawing on the brakes right now. Sparks flying, trying to get it slowed down to make the corner. Side by side, Randy Lovell to the inside of Roebuck in the 9L. Lovell waited for his opportunity and then took it, walked through the door, and tipped his hat. Cross flags halfway home for your new race leader, Randy Lovell. Montalero in the 66 and Vanderpool in the 63 are both out back up front. ladies and gentlemen. Rolling back in to the second place spot is the 50 of Ellender, trying to get a little bit of that momentum back. Slowly but surely, he's gaining ground on the 9L of Roebuck. And Roebuck, with a mistake on the exit car, washes out on the exit of turn number 2, opens the door for Josh Ellender. Second place battle right here, ladies and gentlemen. Within 2 lengths is Ellender, closing on the exit of turn 2. Down the backstretch we go. Roebuck working the bottom, as is Ellender. Ellender stays around the tires. Roebuck pushes up just a touch as the white flag waves for your leader. Roebuck holding on as the red, white, and blue 50 works the side-by-side into turns 3 and 4 with the advantage in the corner. Can he hold on? Taking the checkers, Randy Lovell, but out of turn 4, it's going to be at the line, the 9L of Roebuck. Ryan Roberts setting the pace. Castile trying to time the jump, was just a half a second early. And then he got on the brakes, and then the green was in the air and a moment too late as that opened the door for a nice and easy uncontested run into turns 1 and 2 for Ryan Roberts. Working around the bottom just like the other 83, but she finds the tire. That's going to be Savannah Lovell bringing out our first caution. Around. Ryan Roberts is going to set them off. Leader gives them the run. Here we go. Here comes the 2-1H of Chad Herring, working his way, hits the brakes, gets a little tap from Savannah in the back. Side by side, 2-1H and a 30. Castile and Herring. Castile driving it in way too hard. Car looks a little tight for both Castile and Herring. But back up front, the 155 of Don Burton, looking to have a little something for the 2R of Ryan Roberts. Roberts has those 41 shocks working for him nice and smoothly here tonight. A little further back in the field, Savannah Lovell trying to work her way past the 30 of Jeff Castile. Castile has the extra momentum into the corner, but will it help him out? Out of turn 4, it's going to be Savannah Lovell and Castile still side by side. Lovell down to the bottom once again through turns 1 and 2. Chad Herring in the 2-1H kind of hung up right there, trying to play follow the leader behind Lovell. Lovell makes her way around the 30 of Castile. And Lovell has a real bad hop there from the car. Looks as if when she set it in there, she hit the dip and the car unloaded a little bit. And now Herring pushing the 83 of Lovell. And we'll call that a little questionable, but we're going to go back up to that battle for the 3rd place spot. Chad Herring works his way past Jeff Castile. And your race leader right now is a white flag waves. The 2R of Ryan Roberts and your Brian Mack Farmers Agency Heat Race number 2 for the factory stocks. Trying to hold on around the bottom is Ryan Roberts. Don Burton in the 155 trying to change that right here in the last corners. Gives him a little tap. Tries the bump and run, but it doesn't happen. The 2R of Ryan Roberts picks up heat race number 2. Green is up and the throttle is down. Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime for your Brian Mack Farmers Agency Factory Stock Hay-Main. Ryan Roberts in the 2R wanting to get to the bottom. It has to stay up top. Ellender in the 50 right to his inside. Three wide right there for the battle for the 3rd place spot. Burton, Ellender, and Roberts. That Fantasy Fireworks 2R of Ryan Roberts is trying to do everything that he can. Holding on, though. Neither one of them giving an inch, trying to take a mile. Ryan Roberts to the bottom. Ellender right up there on the top. And Randy Lovell comes to the inside of the infield. First the street stock, now the factory stock. So now the battle for third becomes a battle for second. Roberts staying on the bottom. Ellender right there with him, side by side, door to door. Good, clean racing here going for him. And your Brian Mack, Farmers Agency, Maine. And looks to the infield. Randy Lovell with a right rear flat, pulls into the infield. Looks to be the case from up here in the booth, but we won't know that one till later on. And now Ellender, with the move on the exit of turn 4, had enough of the momentum to get past the 2R of Ryan Roberts. Roberts now creeping back into the left rear quarter panel. Now he's up to the door. Cross flags halfway home. These guys around here getting ready for next weekend's Factory Stock Fiesta, paying $1,000 to win. Not that often that you get to see some good, clean racing here, I tell you. Both drivers having a lot of respect for the other. Neither one driving over top the other one, giving them plenty of room and respect, and that is really awesome to see with a young man right there in the 2R and a seasoned guy there in the 50, Josh Ellender. 2 laps to go for your race leader through turns 3 and 4 right now. The 9L of Mr. Chad Roebuck works his way around. Lap car there and turns 1 and 2. He's got a half a straightaway on your second place car, along with a lap car in between. Roebuck takes the white flag.
All right, well, one. We got 2 cars in front of you, one. Let them go. 30 cars in front.
Here he is in turns 3 and coming out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen, the 9L of Mr. Chad Roebuck getting it done here tonight. Vidor, Texas native Mr. Tyler Harris setting a nice and slow pace with Josh McCord to his outside at the stripe. We are green. On the brakes was the bottom, but around the top, the 9 of Josh McCord takes the race lead through turns 1 and 2. Hitting the bump, there's going to be the 24 of Tyler Harris. Around the top, the 17 of Mr. Shannon Tankersley. Tankersley giving McCord nowhere to go, and there goes McCord and the front wing on the 24 of Harris. Start him up right now in turns 3 and 4. Here we go. Your race leader right now, the 17 of Shannon Tankersley, throwing on it in right around the bottom. In turns 1 and 2, but up top in turns 3 and 4, he likes the cushion here at GTRP, and he is using it. Trying to get the groove down is the 21 of Cody Adams, having a little bit of struggle with it, but you know what? Right out front, though, Shannon Tankersley in that Bruce Griffith Trucking and Equipment has it figured out. Cody Adams right now, almost kind of a privateer, shall we say. Butch David, sponsor behind that orange and blue 21. Cody Adams following what Shannon Tankersley is doing and trying to mimic that to get an understanding of what it's going to take here tonight at Golden Triangle Raceway Park. White flag. Next time by. My mistake. I cannot count. 2 laps to go for your race leader, the 17 of Shannon Tankersley. Cody Adams tries the top side in turns 1 and 2. Now here we are, white flag waving, one more lap and 4 more turns for the white and yellow 17. Shannon around the top and on the exit of turn 4, picking up the first heat race win, Mr. Shannon Tankersley. Larry Howry, nice and slow pace. Your pole sitter with Kyle Turner's number 5, driven by Jacob Harris to his right. At the stripe, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Green is in the air. It looked like the 69 of Howry was asleep at the wheel. Jacob Harris followed by Caleb Martin. Holding on to this one, we do stay clean and green through lap number 1. They are going to call a jump start on Harris. We're going to try this one again, starting at the chalk line. Here we go. And he's going to scrub the 5 of Jacob Harris and the 8-ball Bruce Crockett all over the place in turns 1 and 2. It's going to be Howry, followed by Martin and Harris, 1, 2, 3. Here comes Caleb Martin with a run out of turn number 2, reeling in the 69 of Larry Howry. Howry up to the higher line of the racing surface, working the bottom as Caleb Martin. Here comes the 5 of Jacob Harris. Southeast Texas native out here driving for Mr. Kyle Turner. Looking to have another good showing here in this sprint car. Battle for the second place spot, 51 and the 5. 51 staying to the high side, chopping the corner is going to be the 5. Harris looking for a way around. Harris working back to the bottom of the racing surface. Caleb Martin going up high. Jacob Harris in the black and red 5. Going all over this racing surface, trying to find a line that's going to work for him to reel in the 51 of Caleb Martin. Got one slow. That's going to be the 0-2 machine of Harry Yarrington. Yarrington goes in to the infield. Yarrington does not go into the infield. Green flag stays out. Mistake made by the 69 of Mr. Larry Howry. Scrubs off a lot of speed on the exit of turn 4. Here comes the 5 of Jacob Harris to the inside of Martin. Caleb Martin with a mistake, and now Harris has to holding on to the lead. Though it's going to be the 69 of Mr. Larry Howry picking up your second ASCS heat race. Green, white, checkered, single file restart right here. Dustin Gates sets them loose. We are back underway. Gates around the bottom, as is Cody Stacy. All 4 drivers easy on the gas. And Scott Smith works his way around the 15B of Danny Burke. White flag waving for the white and black number 6. Mr. Dustin Gates out here getting it done for the 3rd heat race. And yes, he holds on. Dustin Gates, your 3rd heat race winner. Lights are out. Green flag is in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime. We stay clean and green through laps 1 and 2. Caleb Martin, the 51, making a great move up towards that 3rd, 4th place spot with Shannon Tankersley on the bottom, looking to the 48 of Cody Adams. Tankersley staying on the bottom in that yellow 17 machine. A little bit further back in the pack, though, here comes the 21 of Cody Adams. Off pulls the 24 of Tyler Harris. Yellow flag is out on the back stretch. That's going to be the 8 ball of Bruce Crockett and the 12 of Scott Smith on the back stretch. Cody Stacy is going to have a little something else to say about that. Here we are. Dustin Gates sends it once again. Restart is underway. Cody Stacy Gets a little slow in turns 1 and 2 around the top. Shannon Tankersley to the bottom. Cody Stacy all over the place right here. Side by side, Caleb Martin and Cody Stacy. Martin goes down to the bottom. Cody Stacy working up on the higher line of the racing surface once again. Spot's going to go to the 51 of Caleb Martin. But here comes the 5 of Jacob Harris. In that Blackfoot Electric owned by Kyle Turner, Jacob Harris driving it on into that 4th place spot. That's 17, trying to track down the fast 6 of Dustin Gates. Gates all the way working around lap traffic. Last race out here at Golden Triangle Raceway Park. The 17 Bruce Griffith Trucking Equipment. Shannon Tankersley put it in victory lane. We've got the 12 of Scott Smith around in the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Stacking it up nice and slow. In turns 3 and 4, waits till the exit of turn number 4. Here we go. Seventeen of Shannon Tankersley chasing him down. Dustin Gates and Shannon Tankersley both working the same line around the top of the racing surface. Superior Graphics number 6 of Gates gonna try to hold on. Here comes Shannon Tankersley, the Highlands, Texas native, side by side. Lap car down on the bottom is gonna be Yarrington. Tankersley diamonds off the corner to get back in that groove. Picking up the speed, what he needed to the cushion. Right rear is digging, let her eat. Gates hits a bump. Tankersley almost runs into him, gets on the brakes. Tankersley forced to go to the bottom of the racing surface, but finds lap cars. And this is going to be the opportunity that Shannon Tankersley's been waiting for. Lap traffic slows down Gates, makes him get on the brakes. Within striking distance, within 2 lengths. 17, Tankersley will stand for just a second on the exit of turn 4. Driving it all the way hard, as just as far as he can push it. Bruce Crockett, the 8 ball, takes the higher line array from the drivers. And there goes Gates into the bumps. Shannon Tankersley takes the race lead. Crockett right there with your race leader. And now, Dustin Gates having his hands full, trying to race his way back up there. Now he's going to have pressure from the 51 of Caleb Martin. Martin all the way from Angleton came up here with a mission. Back at it once again. Shannon Tankersley in the 17 working through lap traffic, gets past the 48 of Cody Stacy. Tankersley looking to make it back-to-back wins here at GTRP. Battle for the second place spot going into turns 1 and 2. The white and black 6 of Dustin Gates and the 51 of Caleb Martin. Martin within a length of the 6 of Gates. Cody Stacy in the 48 is going to slow down Dustin Gates for just a moment. And now Cody Stacy right there on the same line as your leader. He's going to have to try to find a spot around. So now Gates goes to the bottom on the brakes, almost kicks up into the 48 of Stacy. battle for the second place spot, ladies and gentlemen. Having a slice and dice through lap traffic. Back up to the cushion. Hanging it out. High side and handsome. The 6 of Dustin Gates, but back up front, we're going to go the 17 of Shannon Tankersley. Five laps to go of the scheduled distance of 25. Dustin Gates has some real estate between he and second. Shannon Tankersley coming up to the 5th place spot. Shannon Tankersley on the cushion, working his way through lap traffic the rest of the field. He's got that car set up right where he wants it to be, looking to the 48. And that's going to be the white flag waving for the 17 of Shannon Tankersley. Ladies and gentlemen, can he hold on into turns 3 up to the cushion? Out of 4, Shannon Tankersley picks up your Gulf South region A main.